What is up, my frosty brethren? My name is Arctic, and today I am bringing you guys some Gears of War Ultimate Edition gameplay. And I just want to basically round out this discussion on the game because this is basically the last day of the beta, and I know some people will be itching for it in August. I do have enough gameplay to kind of lead us there up until that point. I didn't stream it all for the Ultimate Edition. I think I plan, well, work it into my streaming plan when the full game releases. There are a couple things, that are bothering me about the beta that I feel like I didn't cover in the first video where I had some beta feedback. And, after playing some more, I can kind of talk about it now that have more games under my belt. I think I finished at like rank 17 or something like that. Skyless and I'll be talking about it later tonight. He finished much higher than me. He played quite a few more games than I did. And it's just a matter of me being able to play in the evening, which is time where I was either spending with my family or trying to work on some videos for you guys. So it was just kind of hard to manage some time to get to play as much as I think I probably could have potentially. But I think my feedback on it is pretty much around the same as what I saw other people kind of talking about it on Twitter or to me directly. So the first thing I want to mention, and this is something I actually had written down for beta feedback video that I released last week, but I didn't talk about it for whatever reason, and it's the sound. It is specifically footstep sound that is really bothering me about this game, and I don't remember it on Gears of War 1 being this low. I felt like no one hardly walked up behind me and killed me in Gears 1, and it seems like on this game probably half of my deaths are from someone walking up behind me, at least the first couple days, and then I realized, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna non-stop be paranoid and just look all around me 360 degrees all the time. So that was something that I saw other people talking about as well, in addition to some of the feedback they left on Thursday's video. I don't know if this is the final audio, but I certainly hope that the Coalition looks at the audio and says, hey, why is it so low? Why can't we hear the enemy footsteps? Is this by design? Is this how we are supposed to be playing this game now? Because look, I wear A40s. I wore A40s when I was competing. I still wear A40s, and they don't miss footstep sound. So I definitely want to feel like my my headphones are actually doing something in the game. Now, I could very faintly hear footsteps on maps like canals when they're trudging through the water, but it had to be perfectly silent. That means like no reloads going on with people screaming like yeah, or no fire being shots being fired from my teammates or from the enemy team. Those type of situations, very, very scarce, are times when I could hear enemy footsteps, either walking in front of me, behind me, whatever. And most of the time I could only hear my own footsteps. So that was probably the most frustrating thing I think and the second thing I'm gonna talk about, probably the most frustrating thing I think from just a game, because I can tell if it was a bug or if that was by design. So it was really aggravating to have that happen. The other thing that I did not really like, and maybe this is just a testament to the times, is 4v4 is good for a competitive environment, but in this specific beta, and look, I would even like it in the full game, but for this beta, it just didn't feel right when I would load into a match for the social or competitive, and 2 minutes in, two dudes on the other team quit, and it's like, it's 4v2, and we haven't even finished the game. So then we're playing this merry-go-round of people that just pop in for a second, realize the score is one where they don't want to play, then they quit back out. Then you go back to the lobby and it's 4v3 or 4v2, and then you're sitting in the lobby waiting for teams to even out before the match starts. Then it starts 4v3, you get the countdown going. So the other team's like, hey, maybe we can have a chance of this 4v3. The match loads up, they get stomped, two dudes quit out of there, then it's 4v1, and then you go back to lobby, and it's that whole process over and over and over again. That shit was frustrating. I don't know about you guys, but I don't even know if I played maybe 5 or 6 matches 4v4. Maybe I might have played that many 4v4. The rest of them were 4v3, 4v2. Maybe it started 4v4, then 2 dudes quit or 1 dude quits. So that was probably the most frustrating aspect of just general not even gameplay related, just numbers, made that really frustrating. And it's been a persistent problem for a long time. Like, people get their ass whooped, right? In any game, they're gonna quit out. But for this specific beta, like, you know, I'm just trying to get in on some beta gameplay, and I can't even play a full game. So that was really frustrating for me. And I don't know how many other people had that happen to them. But I think it was also, you know, partially because people couldn't party up, right? Like, there were no parties going into matchmaking. So playing solo, while I think was great for overall feedback, because I think you got a better indication of how the game actually plays rather than grouping up with 3 of your buddies and pub stomping. At the same time, you know, if you were getting your shit pushed in, basically, then it might not have been enjoyable, and then you're like, I gotta find a new match. So that kept happening. And on competitive matches, King just didn't feel right on some of these maps. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I didn't like Gridlock King. Some of the, like, what made Gridlock King work, I think, on Gears 3, in addition to the movement stuff, was like there was like ink grenades down by the low side. Like, there was different things that made that mode work from a standpoint of just like extra weapons and grenades and stuff to kind of help the flow. With this older style and the movement, I don't necessarily know if it works. The speed of the game feels weird with King, in my opinion. I've already seen some of the competitive guys talking about it. It just feels a little off to me. And maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just because of the environment I was playing. I would love to hear how you guys felt about King of the Hill on Gears 1. Because it was, again, in Gears, the original Gears, it was an add-on, and it was Annex, and it was added, like, I don't know, 7-8 months, I don't know, maybe even longer than that, after the game was initially out. So, you know, they kind of thought about it a little bit differently then, I think, than, you know, just kind of throwing in King of the Hill from Gears 3 on the Ultimate Edition. So that's all I got. I would love, again, to hear what you guys have as your last thoughts for the game, what you guys want to see the Coalition kind of fix or make better. I plan on playing a little bit more, you know, when the game drops in August, and you know, we'll see how things go once this holiday season comes up. We'll see where it lands, but I'm looking forward to reading your comments, and until the next time, folks, I will catch you all later. Stay frosty. If you like this video, you should probably click on the one down below. That'll take you to another video. You may like it. A little bit about me. I'm a former pro player. I play PC and console, mostly shooters. I also have a gaming podcast. I do tips and tactics, live gameplays. Check out my Twitch. Also, I work in the industry. Why are you not subscribed?